Hello, Mr. T here. In this session, the piece I would like to talk about is Rondo, Olympia by Tom Davoren from the book Shining Brass Volume 1. I've chosen this piece as it is set for Grade 3, List A. If you choose to play this piece for your grade, here are some ideas on how you could improve your marks. Firstly, let me play the melody. Yes, I agree with you. Not very interesting, not very musical. So how can I make it more interesting and more musical? The points I will cover are tempo, dynamics, articulation, and musicianship. Firstly, tempo. Two things to notice about tempo. Firstly, the speed at the beginning, and then look through the piece to see if it changes. Firstly, at the beginning, you can see it says dotted crotchet equals 92. And what this means is the speed should be fast enough to play 92 dotted crotchets a minute. And the best way to understand this is by using a metronome. If you don't have one, play it at a moderate speed, like this. And so on. Secondly, look through the piece to see if the tempo changes. And as you look through, you will notice there are no further changes right until the end, where it says poco rit. Now this means a little sudden slowing down. And your accompanist will do this because you don't play in the last two bars. So for you, it is important to keep the speed the same right up until you finish playing. Now let's add dynamics to tempo. There are some, but not a lot of variation in the markings. At the beginning, it says MF, mezzo forte, medium loud. Bar 17 is MP, mezzo piano, medium soft. Bar 25 is back to MF. Bar 33 is P, piano, soft. Bar 49 is F, forte, loud, and it stays loud right up to the end. Now for articulation, the tonguing and slurring. There is not a lot of variation in this piece, but there are some points to notice. Look through the piece and you will see curved lines between some of the notes. These are slurs where you need to tongue the first note and then play the others without tonguing, making them as smooth as possible. Also notice some other points. Right at the beginning it says leggerio, which means lightly. So don't play your quavers heavily, keep them nice and light and bouncy. In bar 33 it says cantabile. This means in a singing style. So I think the quavers here can be a little smoother and then lightly again at bar 49. Another thing to notice is the first note in bars 35 and 39 has a little dot underneath it. This is a staccato mark and it means short and sharp. However, don't make it too short or sharp, but think of it just as a little separation, a little lift from the other notes in the bar. I'll play from bar 29 to 40 so you can hear what is meant. you get some idea there of the tonguing and the slurring. Lastly, now that we have tempo, dynamics and articulation, the technical bits, it's time to think about musicianship. And what this means is thinking about what story is the music wanting you to tell through your playing. This is tricky as there's not a lot to go on here, but what we do have are the clues in the title and the word grazioso, which you can see at the beginning. A rondo is a form of music where part of the melody keeps repeating. Notice the opening bars repeat in bars 25 and again in 49. I must admit, I'm not sure what to make of the word Olympia. I think it must be just part of the title, just a name. Lastly, the word grazioso means gracefully. So never be too hard with your playing. Try to keep it light, just as the word leggerio says. Now the 4 points, tempo, dynamics, articulation and musicianship have been covered. I will end by playing through the piece, thinking about all of these ideas, and you will be able to compare it with the first playthrough and see the difference. And just as I did at the beginning, I will not count all of the long bars rests in the middle of the piece, as there is no pianist.